A truck was pushing against the rear of a sedan, forcing it forward. Ahead was a speeding train. The sedan driver had already pressed the brake pedal to the floor, but under the truck's enormous horsepower, the sedan was still inching forward. John then shifted into reverse and slammed on the gas. The wheels spun on the ground, but the truck continued pushing forward. Just as they were about to collide with the train, fortunately, the train had already passed through the crossing. John accelerated at full throttle and shot forward. Due to his improper handling, John drove the car onto the roadside grass. The truck roared past him, not forgetting to honk its horn in intimidation as it left. John waited for a long time before starting his car again. This time he drove very slowly. He didn't want to encounter that maniac again. However, just as John was driving up a slope, that truck appeared in front of him, seemingly waiting for John. This time John chose not to overtake, instead following slowly behind the truck. Just then, a gas station appeared ahead. John pulled in to stop, but the truck also stopped on the roadside. John panicked. He hurriedly dialed the police. While the officer was still asking for the address, the truck came roaring from behind. Fortunately, John reacted quickly enough to dodge it. The truck made a circle on the spot and charged at John again. John had no choice but to hastily drive away. The truck driver was trying to kill John, all because of a single overtaking maneuver. An hour earlier, John had been driving behind the truck, but the exhaust fumes it emitted were unbearable to John, so he stepped on the gas and overtook it. At this point, John should have accelerated away from there, but he deliberately drove slowly in front of the truck. This made the truck driver behind think it was a provocation. The truck then overtook him again and immediately began swerving left and right while driving, giving John no chance to overtake. However, after a while, the truck driver actually gestured for John to overtake. John thought their conflict was over, but a car came speeding from the opposite lane. The truck driver's action was tantamount to attempted murder. Then John spotted a side road. He accelerated at full speed and finally passed the truck. But the truck driver wasn't planning to let John go. John also sped up, driving as fast as he could. After going through a curve, he had a sudden idea. He drove the car off the roadbed, then shifted into reverse and backed the car into the bushes. Sure enough, this time the truck didn't see John. John waited in the car for a full hour before continuing on the road. He drove for a long distance without encountering the truck. John was relieved that this terrifying journey had finally come to an end. But was it really over?